Well, hello, students. I hope you're having a fantastic day. My name is Jay, and welcome to another episode here on the channel where I have the opportunity to help you to improve your English comprehension, vocabulary, and your English fluency. Well, I have my water today. We are going to have some learning and some laughter. I hope you're prepared. I hope you have a piece of paper or an iPad or your phone to take notes so you can practice. I have about 15 or so different daily phrases that I am going to teach you today and discuss on today's episode to help you to improve your English. I hope you have been having a wonderful day. I have been having a great day. And let me say, whenever I say I'm having a great day, that does not mean that I don't have problems. I don't have tough times in life. I have just made up in my mind that no matter what I go through, that every day is going to be a good day. Okay. And so I believe as a man thinks, so is he. So we have to just make sure that no matter what we go through, we enjoy our life. Everyone has problems, everyone has tough times, but they don't last, okay? I believe what we experience and what we see is just for a season, it's temporary, and it will pass. So be encouraged, guys. Girls, if you're going through tough times, hey, make up in your mind you're not going to let that stop you from having a great day. So I am looking at my notes. I am ready to go. I hope you're ready to dive in. Let's get into today's lesson. Daily English phrases. Okay, most of these I love using, I enjoy using. The first one is to pull someone's leg. Simply means to joke with someone. Back when I was younger, and even now today, I'm still somewhat of a jokester. I like to play and have a good time in life. Why spend most of your life miserable? And so when you're joking around and you're saying things to amuse other people, you may hear the phrase, "stop pulling my leg." And that simply means to joke with someone, to play around, to be silly, to tell someone something that may be far fetched or could be a lie. We have a saying in English, when you tell a fib or a lie, if it's not really serious, some people call it a little white lie. Okay, that's a phrase that you hear commonly used in English conversations. Oh, hey, it's just a little white lie. But we all know a lie is a lie. Okay, so let's look at some ways you might respond to someone saying, "Stop pulling my leg," or "You're pulling my leg." Don't worry, I'm just pulling your leg. You didn't really fail the test. Okay. So I have a friend and she is taking her CDL license. Okay. A CDL license is a driver's license that permits a person to operate a oversized vehicle like a truck or an 18-wheeler. And so when I saw her, she was taking her test and she could have easily said, "I didn't pass." And I would be like, "For real? Are you serious? Stop pulling my leg." Okay. Stop joking. Stop playing. And she actually failed her test by 1 point. Oh, aren't those some of the worst grades to get when you fail just by 1 point? So she's taking that test again on this week, and I know she's going to pass it. Okay, Another example. I thought he won the lottery, but he was only pulling my leg. When it comes to the lottery, I have never played the lottery before. Not a scratch off. I haven't played a number. I know it says it's $100 million, $200 million. I just believe it's a scam. More than likely, when people play the lottery, they do not win. The odds are so great that one person will win. So I don't waste my money. I'll put my money in other things. Do you play the lottery? Do you use your dollar here or $5 here to try to win a large amount of money? It used to be illegal in our state, but playing the lottery is now legal. But I still don't play. My father-in-law, he played the lottery, and it's so funny. When he got his house, some 10, 15 years ago, some of his friends who didn't own a home actually thought he had hit the lottery just because he got a house. So that's how that goes. Number 3, are you serious or just pulling my leg? So remember, to pull someone's leg simply means to play a joke on someone. Number 2, pull yourself together, which simply means to calm down. Okay? I know you're upset, but you need to pull yourself together before the meeting. Some people just lose control when they get angry, when they get upset, when they are confused, when they are excited. Some people just lose their mind. And so one way you could respond is by saying, pull yourself together, okay? Sometimes you may have to tell your spouse, calm down and pull yourself together, girl. Or you may have to tell your kids, look, just because you broke up doesn't mean the world is going to end. Pull yourself together. Calm down, okay? You made a mistake trying to learn English. You'll get it. Just pull yourself together. Gather yourself, we say sometimes, okay? She pulled herself together and gave a great presentation. So, in other words, the young lady was very, very nervous, but she had to gather herself. She had to pull herself together so she could give a great presentation. I told a young man today at church who was just nominated to be a part of the STEM program in his local school. And he said a classmate of his, they will have to work together to build an app and then present it to different teachers. And I could tell while he was talking to me, he was very nervous. He was looking off into the ceiling. There was no eye contact. He was playing with his hands and his mouth. And I said, look, calm down. Every time I see you for the next few weeks, I want you to pull yourself together and let's get some confidence. So when you go up before those teachers, they see a young man that is professional and knows what he's talking about. Number 3, after hearing the bad news, he went outside to pull himself together. Have you ever got in an argument with your spouse, fellas, and you had to just step outside the house to pull yourself together? I tell my wife, I say, look, I don't hit women. Just give me a few minutes. I'm upset. Let me pull myself together, and then we can come back and talk again. Could you imagine If you had to tell your husband you were pregnant again, you would probably have to tell himself, "Hun, pull yourself together." Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go to another phrase I want you to learn and practice using. The best of both worlds. Okay? Now, the best of both worlds is a phrase that we use to describe an ideal situation. I mean, you would basically say, it doesn't get any better than this. I have got the best of both worlds. Okay. I have a loving wife. I have great kids. I have a wonderful job. I mean, I have the best of both worlds. Okay. So, number one, working from home gives me the best of both worlds: flexibility and productivity. So, when someone is bragging about flexibility, it says that they can do different things on their own time. Okay. When you work a job, usually for 9 or 10 or 12 hours, you're stuck on that job. But when you're at home or you are mobile, you're a little bit more flexible. Okay. You can spend extra time doing one task. You can do something else. You can maybe take a break. You're more flexible. Now, to be flexible also means that I can bend without straining myself. I have to do exercises to keep myself flexible. I am older now, so I have to do jumping jacks. I have to do squats. I have to do different things because my body is older now. When I was younger, I was more flexible. Okay. Let's continue. She gets the best of both worlds by living in the city but working remotely. Oh, wow. Yes. When you live in the city, you have so much accessibility to different things that you don't have when you live in a rural or country town like I do. Okay. Number 3, he enjoys the best of both worlds: freedom and a steady income. Okay. Number 4, to get bent out of shape. Okay. Why are you so bent out of shape? That means to get upset. Don't get bent out of shape over a small mistake. Okay. We often say, don't pull your hair out. You're losing it. Okay. You're getting all bent out of shape. Okay. Don't get so angry, frustrated, or disappointed. That's life. She got really bent out of shape when her idea wasn't chosen. Okay. He tends to get bent out of shape over criticism. So criticism is when someone shows you how you can improve. Okay. So criticism might be, Jay, your videos are too short. Okay. I need you to make them longer. That's criticism. And then if I got bent out of shape, I would say, well, leave me alone. I like what I'm doing. Don't mess with me. I'm frustrated. Okay. I need to pull myself together and maybe try to make longer videos for those that would enjoy longer lessons. Okay. Number 5, to make matters worse. Now, when a person makes matters worse, they make a problem worse. Okay. So you might say, I was late, and to make matters worse, I forgot my notes. I made matters worse today, man. When I went to church, I was supposed to bring a thumb drive to give to someone so they could use. Okay. I left the thumb drive, and to make matters worse, I put it in the wrong briefcase. Okay. And they did not get to do what they needed to do. So it was all on me. It was my fault. Okay. He apologized, but to make matters worse, he laughed afterwards. Someone may not take an apology seriously when you laugh at them. Okay. So that will definitely make matters worse. The car broke down, and to make matters worse, it started raining. That happened to a friend of mine. I believe it was Friday. We had to both be at an appointment, and him and his wife got a nail stuck in their tire. So they were late. Now, it didn't start raining, but they were late to the meeting. Number 6, you can say that again. Now, that's one of my common phrases. You can say that again. And that simply means something is true, or something that was said, you agree with it. The weather is awful. And I might say, you can say that again. That means I agree that the weather is awful. The movie was amazing. You can say that again. All right. Mondays are the worst, some people say. You can say that again. I don't agree with that. Why do people not like Mondays? I don't get it. I don't get it. Why do people not realize that Monday is a good day? There are some people that don't wake up on a Monday. When people's computers run slow, they blame it on Monday. When they're late, they blame it on Monday. What did Monday do to make people not like it? So I think every day is a great day. That's just me. That's just me. Number 7, live and learn. Okay? You live and learn. This simply means that, hey, you make mistakes in life. You just live and learn. Okay? So you lost your money, $20,000. You live and learn. You hate it. You can't get it back. You just have to learn from your mistakes and move on. I lost my wallet while traveling. You live and learn. She forgot to back up her files. Lost everything. You know what? You live and learn. I bet you'll save them next time. We tried a shortcut and got lost. That has happened to me. Well, live and learn. You know, when we went to New York a year or two ago, we got lost downtown. But hey, that was part of being a tourist. Sometimes you get lost and you do your best not to. We used, what is it called? We used Waze app to get to where we need to go in the car. But Waze doesn't do well when it comes to walking. So we switched to the Google app. And the Google app gave us great walking directions to get to our location so we wouldn't get lost again. So after that experience, we lived and learned to use Waze when you're driving and to use Google when you're walking. Okay? Break the ice. And that simply means to make people feel more comfortable. He told a funny story to break the ice at the meeting. A simple game helped break the ice at the party. Asking about hobbies is a great way to break the ice. So usually when you meet someone, that awkward feeling that you have at the beginning when you want to begin a conversation, that's the tension that you feel. And that's what we say, okay, I need to break the ice so we feel more comfortable with one another. Okay? We're halfway there. Rain on someone's parade. And that simply means to spoil something. Okay? When I rain on your parade, oftentimes we say, look, I didn't mean to rain on your parade, but let me tell you something. That outfit is ugly. So to spoil something, okay, that would be kind of harsh. That would be mean. But to spoil something, I hate to rain on your parade, but that plan might not work. She rained on his parade by pointing out all the risk. Okay, so someone that may be excited, like a child, a teenager. I'm ready to move out and get out here in the world on my own. Well, look, I don't mean to rain on your parade, but rent is high, insurance is high, healthcare is high, and food costs more than it did a year ago. Okay? I don't want to rain on your parade, but life cost. Okay? Number 3, don't rain on my parade. I'm really excited about this. So sometimes we get in denial and we don't want to hear any of the risk that may be involved when it comes to doing a particular thing. And so we say, look, don't rain on my parade. Let me figure it out. Number 10, a piece of cake, something that is easy and simple. The exam was a piece of cake. Fixing the sink was a piece of cake for her. Or the puzzle looked hard, but it was a piece of cake. I'm going to tell you one thing when it comes to puzzles. I like doing regular puzzles, but this game called Sudoku, that's difficult. Do you guys play Sudoku? That is very difficult, okay? I don't get that game. I don't like to play that game. When I see it, I just go to something else. It's very difficult. It's not a piece of cake. Number 11, on the ball. So when someone is on the ball, it means to be alert or active, all right? The new assistant is really on the ball. Okay. My wife was on the ball, man. I'm telling you, she cleaned on Saturday. She cooked. She was pleasant to talk to. Girl, you on the ball. Stay on the ball or you'll miss important details. Okay. Pay attention. Be vigilant. Be alert. I need to be on the ball during the interview. Hit the sack. I've talked about this one before, so this is a great refresher. It means to go to bed. I'm exhausted. Time to hit the sack. After the long trip, we'll all hit the sack early. He hits the sack by 10 p.m. every night. So my son, my younger son, just got back from a trip, and I haven't seen him, but he called and said he made it back safely. So he has to work tonight. So when he gets home tomorrow, I know immediately he is going to hit the sack. No doubt about it. He is gone. Okay, just a few more. The whole 9 yards. This is one of my favorite ones. The whole 9 yards means everything. They went the whole 9 yards with the wedding decorations. So that means they spent a lot of money. Money is no object, as people say. Do what you want. Okay? They spent the whole 9 yards. She gave me the whole 9 yards about her vacation. So she told everything. It was a romantic trip. She talked about that. She talked about the restaurants. She talked about the shopping. The whole 9 yards. When he cooks, he does the whole 9 yards, starter to dessert. That's how my father-in-law was. I mean, when we would go over there to eat, he would spare no expense. And that's the way we say that money didn't mean anything. Some people like to spend money on food. My father-in-law was just like that. I mean, he would make a salad and it just wouldn't be just lettuce and dressing. Man, he's putting radish onions, pickles, uh, cucumbers, romaine, iceberg. I mean, he's mixing it all together. He would go the whole 9 yards. Then he would have Italian dressing, ranch, Thousand Island, French dressing. Whatever you wanted to choose, he had it. Then when he would get on the barbecue, he would do ribs. He would do chicken. He would do beef. I mean, he would do shrimp. He would do the whole 9 yards. I'm getting hungry right now. So he would spare no expense, or as we would say, go all the way. Okay, just two more. A thumbs up. A thumbs up means something that is good. Okay, if you enjoy my English lessons, I hope you give me a thumbs up, letting me know that my lessons are good for you. Okay, the boss gave the project a thumbs up. I got a thumbs up from the teacher on my draft. That means it was good. Okay. The app has great reviews, lots of thumbs up. You know, I don't even know if you guys recognize it or not, but I quit asking for likes. I quit asking for people to subscribe, because if my lessons are quality, I believe that you'll share it, leave me a comment, and you'll like it. And I've noticed that helps me to just focus on teaching and you on learning. And if you enjoy what I'm doing, you'll let me know by giving me a thumbs up. So I just stopped asking. I quit it. And I know people say, you got to ask, man, please. If you like it, you like it. If not, you don't. But thumbs up means it's good. And my last one for today's lesson, up in the air. And so when something is up in the air, it means you haven't made a decision or something is not yet finished. Okay? Our weekend plans are still up in the air. The decision about the project is up in the air. Okay? Everything is up in the air until we hear from the manager. So when something is, again, up in the air, it is something that is not yet finished. With that being said, today's lesson is finished. Oh, wow. I have really enjoyed teaching you these 15 different phrases. I hope you go back, practice these. I hope that you learn these and look for opportunities to use them to help brighten as well as to strengthen your conversations with other people. Okay? Now, if you know someone that is trying to improve their English and you enjoy my style, be sure to share today's lesson with them. Also, I have other lessons and playlists already ready to go. All you have to do is follow the links down in the description. Well, once again, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope you join me on my next English lesson. I'll see you then.